mysteries and archetypal underworld journey into reclaiming our ancient power, hidden gifts. Big promises, right? Oh my gosh, it's beautiful to see where everyone's from. Indiana, South Africa, y'all make my heart smile. Minnesota, Australia, yes, 7 a.m. Spokane, Washington. We have a big journey ahead of us today. I'm gonna connect back with y'all in a second. And those of you who are here on the live chat, I got a question for you coming up. I was just meditating on our circle, our journey, just before coming here. And it was like, I just want to love everybody. It's this, I've been running mystery schools for a long time. I'm currently on my 11th mystery school that I'm facilitating. And bringing y'all mysteries of the serpent to support 2025 lights me up. Mysteries that I've been studying, embodying, teaching, deepening into for over 2 decades, not over 2 decades, 2 decades. I'm 45 now, 45, isn't that crazy? It's crazy to me. Rewilding's 9 years old. But 20 years I've been really moving deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into this space. And it's from that place that I just want to love y'all and give you everything I can to set you up for 2025. All right, here's my question really quick. I know some of you are totally new to this. Yes! I'm celebrating your beginner's mind. I am celebrating that. Shamanic journeys require beginner's mind. Deep journeys into the territories we're going to walk into. Like, it is essential to have beginner's mind, and you just have it. So you're a step ahead. Welcome. If you're totally new, maybe chime in if you're on the live, even on the replay. Like, the team and I would go back and we'd like look at your comments. Really and truly, like, y'all matter. Your voice matters. The weaving matters. We're co-creating this space. You know, you're listening in the mysteries as much as they're being spoken through me. It's a co-creation, and I'm really grateful for that. So welcome to all of you. Newbie, I see that. Pamela, heck yeah. Sean, I'm new. Marie, yes, yes. Now here's another question. Who here has been either in a mystery school with me, because all this stuff's coming from like mystery school territory, or who's been on a live challenge with me, because our live challenges all come from that same mystery school territory. So if you've been in either of those, can you leave a little something something for everybody here who's new? Can you just leave, like let everyone know how good this is? If you think it's good, maybe you think like, hey, nah, you know, Sabrina's just gonna be a talking head the whole time. It's just gonna be a lot of facts and figures, and she's just gonna like read out the myth of the serpent, and you're gonna glaze over and you're gonna want to stick a fork in your eye, so you might as well just switch off and not waste your time. You can totally say that. Y'all, I'm loving you so much. Look I am so happy to be here with you all again. Like, I can't even read your comments, so they're coming in so fast. I can, like, literally can't even get one of them. Gonna be exactly, then it's gone. Embody, I saw embody. Beautiful, transformation, I see that word. I'm in. Yes, live channel. I 2 live challenges, bones, dragon sessions. Lana, heck yeah. Woman, today's my birthday. Happy birthday. Celebrating us, celebrating the lifing, celebrating everything that's being woven into our space, right? Those of you who've been here for a while in challenges, never doing anything like this, the birthdays, the lifing, what you were doing before this, like, it's not that. It's also that too. So just celebrating us, celebrating you, celebrating us, our circle, our space, our journey. Thank you all so much. It's just beautiful to connect in with you. All right. Let's do this thing, hey? We got a lot to get through. I want to go as far, as deep as we can in our time together. We'll be together for 90 minutes-ish. I don't anticipate us going any shorter, and I'm going to try to keep it right at 90 as best I can. So you can maybe set your schedule. The only way that you can do this wrong, so let me say that another way. You cannot do this wrong. That's the thing I get the most. It's like, I think I'm doing it wrong. Like, I think you cannot do it wrong. Other than not doing it. That's it. That's it. Other than just not doing it, not completing it, not being here, not partaking in it, not listening. Like otherwise you can't. You can't. You can't. So you can let all of that go. You can chuck that in the fucking bucket. For those of you who've been around rewilding for a while, y'all know what the fucking bucket is, right? If there's something that I share that does not resonate with you, absolute respect, chuck it in the fucking bucket, right? Don't let it like stop you from the things that are really meant to touch you, that are really meant to gift you, and however it is that this journey gifts you. Okay, let me give you a couple tips. Now these are, let me feel for this really quick. I'm not going to preempt this at all. I'm just going to give you a couple tips for the journey. Go for it. Because why not? Why not? What else are you going to do, right? What else are you going to do with this one wild, precious, beautiful life? We might as well go for it. We get to be weird. This is a space. You so get to be you. So if you got to kick people out of the room, kick them out the room, right? You got to move into the bathroom. I know a lot of people who do their rewilding journeys in the bathroom with the door locked because that's their safe space. That's their sacred space. There's a temple in there. You got a throne in there and everything, right? Like, we're good. Feel into what you need. This is rewilding. You know, this is, yes, we are doing Year of the Snake activation. Yes, we are doing a shamanic archetypal underworld journey into the mysteries of the serpent. Yes, primordial ancient feminine. Yes, but it's rewilding. So maybe just feel into that word for a minute, right? Rewilding. You get to just be free. You get to be you in your fullness. I do want to weave that into this too, as we're setting up the space. So as I'm sharing these words, we're just preparing the space right now. We got to prepare a sacred space. We got to prepare our own body temple space. So this kind of warming up, this is preparing your body, mind, your body temple, your mind temple space. So just what do you need to do, right? So you go, I might be going on the journey of a lifetime here. Like, I thought I was just signing up for a little bit of information on 2025 and the insanity that the astrology is showing us and the insanity that Year of the Snake and the shedding that's happening. Thought I was just gonna listen to some stuff. Like, okay, shoot, I better pivot. So feeling into that as we're starting to move into the energetics of this. If you were gonna go on a journey that would potentially awaken something in you that was not previously woken up before, you were gonna have a spiritual, let's just say, you were gonna have a spiritual awakening. What do you need to do to prepare your space? I mean, I know I'd be kicking people out the room unless they're in the YouTube with me. For me, I would need that. I would need that for myself. I know I'd be shutting off distractions because I would need that. By the way, the more of your consciousness, that's just your attention, that you bring to everything that we do, the more powerful your journey will be. With anything, that's with anything, right? It's, if I have diffuse awareness, right, my life force is leaking all over the place. And sometimes we need our life force to be flowing all over the place, and we need to have diffuse awareness. But this is not one of those moments. These practices, this journey is not one of those moments where it serves to be having our energy and our focus going all over the place. And so if there's something that can help you to not have your energy going all over the place. And we'll leave the replay up for a couple days. So if you're like, Sabrina, like timing bad, I get that. I get that. There's a couple days that you got to watch the replay. So maybe just watch it through to the greatest degree with the least amount of distractions you can right now. And then when you do it, you know, go in your bathroom, on the throne, in your temple space with the candle lit, and go for it. Those of you who are here on the live, the deeper you journey, the further I can take us. That's just what's true. That's just what's true. And when I say deeper, I want to rephrase that. The truer you journey. That's the best way to journey, right? Is whatever is true for you. Like the truth of the journey, the truth, like if the truth of the journey at some moment is tears are coming up, let them. If the truth of the moment at some point is you need to slither around on the floor, do it. One of the support members, we have a lot of support, by the way. It takes a lot to set this up. There's a lot of energy being held here. Got a lot of priestesses in the house who are supporting this journey. Like, thank you to my beautiful, amazing team. Y'all know who you are. I would not be here without them. So if you want to just give them a little like, whoop, they make it all happen. One of them is in the air flying right now. This is what she says to me. She's been in every in-person retreat for the last 6 years. She's been in, I think, all mystery schools, except for maybe the first few original in-person mystery schools. Anyways, she says to me, I might just slither my way down the aisle at some point during the flight. She's like, and then, you know, another message comes through for her. She goes like, I actually wouldn't even be surprised. Like, I wouldn't even, and my response was, get a video, man. Like, let's make sure you get a video of that shit. I want to see that. Like, she's just full embodiment of ancient primordial feminine. Like, fuck it. I will give the initiation to the whole plane right down the central channel of the plane. How good is that? I mean, it doesn't really get like more symbolic than that. Anyways, I share that little story with you to give you permission to let this be what it is for you. The truth, right? It's what's true. What's true in this journey, and can you just let yourself have it, you know? If it's making some noise, if it's having some emotion, if it's orgasmic. For some, this will be extremely orgasmic. It will be ecstatic and extreme pleasure. Sometimes we have a hard time giving ourselves permission for that. You know, it's not just permission to feel grief or rage. Rage can come up, right? It's all of it can come up. And so can you give yourself permission to just let energy, it's just energy. That's just a form that energy is taking in the moment. It's just the form and the expression and the flavoring of life force, whether it be tears or it be serpenting down the aisle of the plane or it be orgasms. It's just the form that energy is taking. All right, I know I'm setting us up. I know. Let me feel for another moment. Let's do a little practice together. Enough of this like chitty chatty at the front here. I'm gonna weave us probably, I don't know what's gonna happen here, but my sense is we're gonna weave a little bit into some words, then we'll weave a little bit into practice, then we'll weave a little bit into maybe stories or words, who knows? Really go for it, honor your journey. This is about you, but it being about you, right? Being about you is what gifts everybody else. You know, like your healing is your family's healing. Your greatest self is the gift that you can give the world. Because I know sometimes we start to feel a little bit selfish, like, oh my gosh, I'm taking 90 minutes to myself. Okay. There's a ripple effect to this. You know, 90 minutes to yourself could shift you through something that then your daughter will never have to go through. Really and truly. All right, enough practice we shall go. All right, here we go. First practice, just breathe. breathe a big, big, bold breath all the way down below your belly. You can start with a belly breath, but I really want to invite us to start warming up the deeper, lower realms in our body. Yeah, serpent territory. All right, so inhaling all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, as deep in your body as you can. Again, you get to move if you want, breathe, sound. You get to do whatever supports this. But what it is that we're doing is we're bringing air, life force in the form of air down into our deepest part, right? So just inhaling air all the way down as deep as you can, right? Of course, our lungs are what's taking the air in, but then there's an energetic. So you take it in all the way down, and then you just can feel the air filling all the way down to your base. Just big deep breath. Filling all the way down to your base. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good? Sometimes we just gotta remember to just breathe a little bit. Couple more of these. One more, big one, all the way down to the base. Next one, love this tiny little warm-up practice. Exhaling away everything that doesn't serve in this moment. So now we've opened our body a little bit with that deep breath all the way down to the base. And now we're using our exhale to just shift away everything. Use sound, I like to get movement involved. I'm a serious mover. I'm a sounder. I'm all the things. You can be a visualizer, an energetic intender. You're about to embark on a journey deep into deep ancient power within yourself. You want to get all the goo out the way, right? I want the goo out the way. Let me prepare my space. I think this is going to be something that's going to be ever increasingly important in the years ahead, including 2025, is like aura cleansing. We're becoming very, very much more sensitive to the energy that we're tapping into, the energy that's clinging to us, the energy that we're carrying around, our aura. We're just becoming more attuned to it. It's affecting us more. So let's really use that exhale and just get it all away. It's like we're brushing our teeth, you just brush on the aura, just get it all away, get it all away, get it all away, get it all away. All right. Now we're gonna do another fun one. This is a community activation. You ready? Now we're starting to get into the good stuff. Just starting though. This is just a warm up. We gotta build the Shakti. Okay. Now, with our inhale and our intention, we've cleared our space. We've exhaled everything away. With our inhale and with our intention. I like using the term big guns. We're going to call in the big guns. Call in the big guns. Maybe calling in the big guns for you is you're calling in your high self. Maybe calling in the big guns, you're calling in your high spirit self, your soul self. Maybe calling in the big guns for you is your guides. Maybe calling in the big guns for you, it's different for all of us, but this is the community gifting, right? All right, like this is part of the gifting. Maybe you call in angels. Maybe you're very attuned to, connected to the angelic realms. Maybe you're really attuned to, connected to the sprites, the earth sprites realms. Maybe you're attuned to and connected to ley lines in the earth, right? Sacred ley lines, the song lines of the earth. Maybe you're attuned to and connected to like medicine woman energy, medicine man energy. And you bring that in. Just a moment, just a moment. Like who are the big guns for you? Like, let's call in some good, big, beautiful supports, whether we know them or not. You know, whether you're super aware of who they are, or maybe you've got like thousands marching in. Like, you got a big year ahead, you know? And they're like, oh boy, she's gonna need a lot of support. You know, there's just like 1,000 at your back, and you're like, whew, all right, thank goodness. Like, this is looking a little intense. This is another moment. I love what y'all are weaving in. Some of you are weaving in like specific. It's beautiful if you feel to share what you're specifically kind of tapping into. This is the next piece of the community aspect. This touches my heart very deeply, that we get to do this together, right? We have, at this moment on the live, there are 1,290 people from all over the globe. Not crazy? Love you. That's amazing to me. All over the globe. We're global circle, 1,290 of us here. Here's what I would love for us all to do together. If it feels right, again, you can always just chuck it in the fucking bucket if you need to. But if this feels right to you, there's a piece that we often do in rewilding. Some of you have done it before, and it's called Sacred Tribes Converging. Sacred Tribes Converging. It sets our space, it sets our journey. It is a weaving. It's a weaving of the wisdom, your wisdom, my wisdom, the woman next to you's wisdom, the man next to her's wisdom. It's a weaving of the wisdom, and we get to do this. Like, we get to gather in this way, right? We get to. And so let's just open the door for a moment for that magic to flow. So if you feel into, I like to connect into my sacred tribe via my tailbone. It's just an access point. You don't have to. You could go beneath your feet. You could go behind you, above you, out your right finger. It doesn't matter. But you feel for you. If you don't know where, tailbone's a great one. And I like just to put my hand on my tailbone, like the back of my hand. I just like to put that on my tailbone. And then I just like to breathe, and I like to deep it. You see my eyes get a little funky there? That's me like dropping. And you just kind of drop, and you just drop, and you feel for, right? You feel for your connection to your tribe. Your tribe. Your tribe, no matter what the state of that connection is, no matter if it's a cosmic tribe, a soul tribe, if it's your ancestors of, you know, like human lineage or alien lineage, energy, it doesn't matter, right? But just feeling this in itself could be a very powerful practice for some of us. That just creating this connection, opening this connection can be very powerful for some of us. So just breathing, dropping right down to your tailbone, or that spot that is your connection point to your sacred tribe. And just feeling what wants to happen between you and your sacred tribe. Just relax here for a second. Relax here. Just relax, soften, open. Relax, soften, receive what wants to happen between you and your sacred tribe. Like you're just opening up that connection. You're just opening that connection. I actually feel it now happening in my root, right? Like my root chakra, like right in the base of my yoni. I just really feel this deep connection opening up. And it's just a deep connection to all the lineages I'm connected to, all the lineages. So feel into that, all the lineages you're connected to. I know I'm connected to some wild spiritual lineages. Why that I was not born into, that I have never read a book about, but I am connected to those lineages. And so just feel into all the lineages you're connected to. Don't have to cognize them, right? We are starting to move into territory beyond rational reason and where the mind can go, right? We need to start to like move into mystic mind. So just kind of let go. We're just opening up that connection. You are opening up that connection. Now, some of us will visualize like golden threads or some other kind of visual. Some of us will kind of just have a knowing. We'll just have a knowing. Some of us will see more, hear more, sense more. Trust. Trust exactly how this shows up for you. You don't have to see it for it to be happening. You don't have to cognize it in any way for any of this to be happening. Remember, you can't do this wrong. The only way you can do this wrong is if you don't bring your attention there, if you don't do it. And so just opening up now for you in this moment, you in this moment, you in this exact moment in time, right? You are at 0 point of your life. This is 0 point on your destiny line, 0 point, right? Ground zero, 0 point. This exact moment, who you are in this moment, not who you were 5 minutes ago, who you are right now, right here, right now. Connected to your lineages. Connected to your lineages. What is it? What is it at this 0 point that wants to flow into you to serve your highest good? This point, 0 point, this exact moment on your destiny line, right here, right now, not 5 minutes ago, right here, right now, who you are in this exact moment, connected to all the lineages, all the tribes you're connected to, in your highest good. Open up and let it all flow in. Open up and let it all flow in. If you're holding this intention of in my highest good, can you really open? I mean, this is just a good question. In my highest good, that's a trust in self. That's a trust in what you're holding in your own intention. And hold it, right? Well, I think 2025 and year of the serpent, the year of the snake is going to be about us owning our power. I know. It kind of sucks what comes with that. But this moment, like we get this moment to practice that of like, I'm gonna own my trust in holding my highest self, and I'm gonna just open the floodgates. I'm gonna 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 open the floodgates. And now just imagine, visualize, energetically intend that you become this channel, this open container that can receive it, right? Your body vessel, this sacred temple space that you are, has enough space in it. It's empty enough. It's open enough to receive as many of the energies, the activations, the gifts that want to flood in from your unique lineage, that want to move into you, right, from your sacred tribes, your unique lineage, serving you in this exact moment in time. What's flowing in? What's flowing in? What color is it? What does it feel like? What does it look like? Here's a question that I want to share with you. How can you make it easier for the energy to move? This is a great question that you can take into any practice with you, anytime, anywhere. How can I make this easy? This is all in my highest good, right? I call them the big guns. I call them my own lineage, my own sacred tribes. And I'm inviting the gifts to come in, the initiations, the new technologies, the new energies, right? The wisdom held in these lineages. I'm inviting them in. How can I breathe to make it easier? Breathing's a really good one. How can I move to make it easier? How can I relax my body to make it easier? How can I open to make it easier? What's my energetic state of being that can make it easier? For me, it's this like joy. Like this joy helps to make the energy easier. I mean, seeing some of you like the tears, that's probably making it easier. What is it? This can be so ease-filled, so ease-filled. letting it just move however it wants, letting all of it come in. We're going to move on from here in a moment. So letting any last gifts, any last energies, any last anything that's in your highest good, from your lineage, your sacred tribes, at this moment in time, this 0 point that you're at. Open, receive. Maybe then open your mind, the mystic mind, to be translator to what it is that's moving into you, what it is that's awakening in you, what it is that's being gifted to you. So let the mystic mind switch on. Your mystic mind. Maybe your mystic mind sees in symbols. Maybe your mystic mind sees in colors. Maybe your mystic mind sees, feels, senses in different ways. Let it switch on. This is a really good practice too, because some of our mystic minds are changing in 2025. This year, the snake's going to change. Our intuition's going to change our mystic mind. So just kind of let your mystic mind shift. Let it shift, let it open, let it rewire itself this moment in time, connected to your lineage, your sacred tribe, all the Shakti that's starting to be built in the circle. Just breathing this beautiful sacred energy up into your mind, breathing it up, visualizing it moving up. See, I'm moving my hand because that just helps me. It helps me to move it up. Breath, movement sound crazy powerful. Visualization, energetic intention, touch, for some like tapping really helps, right? Whatever helps this enlivening sacred energy to move up to the mind and rewire it, open it, enliven it, help it to attune to the new you, what it is that you're moving into this year. Help it to open up your mystic mind, open up to more of your intuitive hits, open up to deeper guidance, open up to hearing more of that still small voice, open up to some of the mysteries that are in your body, your emotions, in the deeper depths that have not been translating themselves yet. Let the mind open. Let it rewire. It needs space too. It needs awakenings too. It needs sacred activations and energies too. Let it all just move up. And then let the mind, now in this new, more open state, see if there's anything that the mystic mind now can see or sense about what's waking up in you in 2025. What wants to wake up in you in 2025? What wants to wake up in you now? What is it? There's something that is wanting to wake up in you. This is part of these hidden mysteries that the year of the snake is bringing about. There are hidden mysteries in all of us, in our lineages, in our sacred tribes, in our DNA. And it is dying to wake up. It is dying to wake up. It is screaming to wake up. Screaming to wake up. What is it? What is it? Can we just for a moment not deny it? Just for a moment, can we not keep pushing it down? For a moment, can we just feel how incredibly powerful we are, how incredibly mystical we are, how incredibly potent we are, and this enormous potential in ourselves? Just for a minute, can we not put the lid on this? For a minute, can we not numb out to it, deny it, pretend it's not there? Just for a minute will change our lives. A minute will change all of our lives. So for a minute, you take the lid off. You take the veil down. For a minute, you take the conditioning away. Societal conditioning, family conditioning, past life, you just take it away. You just, all the blocks and the denial, just for a minute. And let it all come in. Let it all come in. Just let yourself see for a minute how incredibly magnificent you are. How incredibly magnificent you are. Just for a few seconds, if you can't do a full minute, how incredibly magnificent you are. Can you breathe some of that magnificence into your heart? Some of that power, those gifts, that beauty, that amazingness, that like raw essence of who you are. However it's showing up for you, can you breathe some of that? Let it move into your heart. Like, sound it, breathe it, move it, cry it, dance it, up into your heart, just into your heart. These beautiful hearts have so much wisdom to them, so much wisdom to them. Just letting all of that move, pool in your heart, pool in your heart, fill your heart. Some of our hearts are so empty. Some of our hearts are so broken. Some of our hearts hold so much pain. And just, can we, in this moment, let our hearts be filled with this sacred energy. Filled. Just let your heart be filled. If it feels right, we're going to go one step further. This is if it feels right for you. All of this is if it feels right. If it feels right, let that energy that's filled your heart, this sacred, potent, powerful potential that we've all just tapped into in our own lineages, our own sacred tribes. Can you let it fill your heart so full that it overflows and pours into this circle, that it gifts out beyond you, that it gifts out beyond you? To me, this is an aspect of sacred tribes converging. This is something that we get to do together. This is something that is possible, we are capable of. Right? Are now 1,289 souls, letting all of that potential, those unique, extraordinary, amazing lineages, sacred tribes that we're connected to, letting it all fill our own hearts. Fill. You are so full. You are so full. Your cup runneth over. Your cup runneth over, and the gifts and the wisdom and the potentials and the love and the grace pours out into the space beyond you. And then it pours out beyond even our space. If that feels right, let it fly out beyond our space, right? We don't need to be greedy. We don't need to keep this in our space. We can gift beyond ourselves. We have that much power and potential in ourselves. We can very much gift beyond ourselves. So as far and as wide, as high and as deep as you feel to go, let it gift, let it gift, let it gift, let it flood and pour. I'm going to give you a minute here in silence, without my words shading anything. You just do what you feel to, see what you're seeing, feel what you're feeling. I'll call us back in a minute. Go for it. Go for it. One little tip as you're going for it. This isn't a denial of self. Sometimes the giving is the thing that helps us to receive deeper. Sometimes we have to give the gift to get the gift. Sometimes that is the only way. Sometimes the potentials, they do not switch on until we open the channel for giving them. Sometimes the love and the grace and the divinity doesn't switch on until we open the channel to give the gift. So make sure that that stays open. There is no self-sacrifice here, no martyrdom in this circle, no martyrdom in this practice, right? This is give the gift, receive the gift, give the gift, receive the gift. The giving the gift is the receiving of the gift. Full minute here, full minute here, full minute here. I'll call us back. Another 30 seconds or so. Any last things that want to happen? Any last things that want to happen? I'm going to see if I can find some words now. Weave into some words. Shifting back to the screen if you've moved in some way. It's kind of taking your time to kind of come back. Feeling into our space. Feeling into your connection to the lineages, the sacred tribes. Thank you all. It takes courage to open our hearts. It takes courage to tap into our power. And then it takes courage to move that through ourselves, beyond ourselves. And it takes courage to give the gift. It takes a lot of courage. I just really honor that. And thank you all so much. I want to feel for a moment. I feel like words will really serve. Let me share this. Sorry, I'm feeling for a second. So much in me is also shifting and changing. This is certainly a year of great transformation, of great shedding, great change, really letting go of the old and stepping into the new. One of those things for me personally is how I facilitate, how energy moves through me, how I show up here with you all. It's different. I feel like sharing this because maybe some of you can relate. I feel like There's an old way that I know really well, years and years. And like I've put in at least 10,000, 20,000, I don't know how many hours, thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in the old way. It's very comfortable. It's tried and tested. But this year, there's a fucking new way. There's a newer and truer way. That is part of what this year is going to initiate us into over and over and over and over. Every time one of those outer planets shifts signs, which all of them are shifting signs within a year. We haven't seen that for 3,000 years. That's a big deal. This is a big deal. Tectonic plates beneath us shift, right? As within, so without, right? Suddenly, your Saturn, the one who manifests shit into the world, your Saturn, that part of you that manifests things, like makes it happen. We all have that part. We have to, or we wouldn't make anything happen. That part of you that makes things happen is suddenly operating in a completely different way. Now, it's not just that part. Of course, Saturn's changing signs, right? It's all of them. All of the major planets. All of them. All these parts of self are operating in a different way. It's so, I feel, let me feel for a second how I want to approach this so that it can really be a gifting, right? So that it can activate or open something in you. I don't want to just like oracle shit in the future and like, this is coming. That annoys me. It annoys me. It's like, I don't want to foreshadow shit. But it's like, go into it maybe from this standpoint. In this moment, right now, this 0 point, this moment, we're together in this circle, in this space. We know more than we think we know. I know more than I think I know. I see more than I want to see. There's a question I love asking myself. What do I see that I don't want to see? What do I know? What do I know that I don't want to know? What does my heart know that my head does not want to know yet? What do my guts know that my head doesn't want to know yet? What do I know that I don't want to know? There was a woman who was sharing a story. She was like, I knew in my bones my child was on drugs. It took me 2 years though. It took me 2 years. 2 years to let that I know in my bones that my child is on drugs. 2 years for me to let myself actually see it. 2 years. What is it that we know in our bones? We know we got to start doing this in a new way. What is it that you know that you are being called to do in a new way? Like I just shared, for me, it's how I facilitate. That is so core to me. That is so core. That is not just core to me. That is core to thousands of people who I am in circle with. That is core to my entire team. That is scary as shit. I am loving these shares and I am so honoring them. For those of you who are sharing like what it is that you know. One of the things that the team, who they are steeped in rewilding, they are steeped in rewilding. They've done mystery schools. They've been in all the programs, the retreats. So they've seen a lot of rewilding. They've seen a lot of they've seen a lot of me yapping. And they said in the Year of the Snake episode, You know, what are the theme? What's coming this year? What is this energy? How do we work with it? And this is overall, this is the one that they said was the most important. And so I just want to see how this feels for you. The one that's the most important is getting really good with change. And these are the words specifically: finding ease, ease, ease in my moving out of the old to the new. Ease, more grace. I'll even just talk about myself. How do I hold myself back less? How do I stop slowing it down? How do I stop denying it? How do I stop going back into tried and true, back into, let's just say what it is, because Year of the Snake really kicks this up: safety, security. It's safe for me to do it that. It's safe. That's safety, security. It's safety, security. Safe. It's safe. How do we get comfortable with the uncomfortable? You know, and that's a question. Oh my gosh. Wait, can anyone like hear, see? Are we good? Someone's got to tell me that we're live again. We're coming back. I see that. I don't know. Are we back? Yes, back. We're back. Y'all want to know what happened? This is what happened. My phone literally went emergency. Like, must cool down before we can turn back on. Come on, it doesn't get any better than that. Oh my God. Yeah, my phone overheated. That's never happened on a live before. It's never, not once, ever happened on a live before. Also, 1 hour before the circle, my Wi-Fi went out. Yep, it hasn't gone out. I don't know when the last time it was that it went out. Also, 10 minutes before we came live, it started raining here. Now I live in California. I haven't seen rain in a good month, at least. Oh my gosh, thank you all for hanging in there. And those of you who maybe like got kicked off or popped off or you're back. Part 2, we're moving into part 2. Here's something, this can actually weave off of this. This is a real deep learning. I'd love to move into serpent mysteries now. Let's go for it. Let's get into some of this forbidden territory. Fuck it. If we're gonna break YouTube, let's really break it, right? If my phone's gonna overheat, let's really give it something to overheat about. Serpent mysteries. I want to weave into that based on what just happened here. How unattached can we be? The team, when the Wi-Fi went out an hour before circle, right? I had to message the team like, hey, my Wi-Fi went out. I think my phone will be all right. You know, whatever. And, you know, of course, like, this is a big deal. This is incredibly important to me. It's incredibly important to my team. It's just important, you know? And so of course my team's like, Sabrina, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of laughing and I'm fine. And I'm actually good. And it was this really beautiful, I'm so glad that it was Karen on the team. I'm so glad that Karen asked me a question because I got to go, fuck, I'm different. Like, shit. 5 years ago, I would have been freaking out. I mean, that would have been like a stress level 2000. Like, I would have been losing my marbles, getting in the car, calling all my friends. Who's got Wi-Fi? Anybody got, oh my God. I would have sent myself on an insane stress plays. So here's a great way into serpent mysteries, because we're getting there. We're getting there. I promise we're gonna get there. What if you started living from a place where it was closer to ultimate reality? What if you started to live in rhythm with a greater reality? Ancient primordial feminine. She taps us into Year of the Snake, snake initiation, forbidden mysteries. This is the shit that nobody wants to fucking really live from, is to really live from the fact that we have no control over anything. None. None. We can dance and co-create with. That's the only thing that we have control over, is our part to play in it, but we are one tiny small cog in the whole thing. But here's the forbidden mysteries of it. Here's the primordial feminine. Here's the serpent part of it. Here's the Year of the Snake. What if we learn to love it? Not just accept it, you know, like I accept that everything's constantly in flux. I accept, you know, I shared this with the team when the Wi-Fi went out. If you want to make the goddess laugh, tell her your best plans. My Wi-Fi just went out. That was exactly what I wrote. If you want to make the goddess laugh, tell her your best laid plans. Wi-Fi just went out, right? So it's not just accepting. I don't just, what if you don't just accept it, but you started co-creating with? You started co-creating with the dance of life. The dance of life, the full dance of life, right? But here's the thing, in order to co-create with the full dance of life, we have to look at all the ways that we don't like life. That sucks. How many of us have liked or put on our pages, you know, like, fuck this human stuff. Like, who signed me up for this? I clearly didn't read the fine print. You know, life is just one heartache after another. I don't want to, why did I end up being here? I'd rather be an alien. I must be an alien. I'm somehow incarnated wrong. You know, got the short end of the stick. I know those are fun things. They're fun. Fuck yeah, right? Like, fuck yeah. I'm sure Rewilding has posted some of those at some point. I'm sure I've posted some of those at some point. Yes, right? And if we start, right? This is ancient primordial feminine, to just love it all. Like, love it all, you know? Like, what would that be like? We just love it all, right? Sorry, I need to touch that button. That thing stopped. It wasn't supposed to stop. I think this thing needs to start too. See, this is fucking loving life. Fucking microphones and cameras and shit all over the place. That's life too. So, if I would have potentially gone, I don't like when my Wi-Fi goes out. I don't love this part of life. Right? I could have fought really hard against that and I might not have made it here. Maybe when my phone blinked out, went emergency too hot overheating, I would have gotten angry. Maybe I would have added more anger, fire, heat to my phone and I would have never been able to come back. But instead I just sat here and I was like, oh, that's never happened. It's not that I don't care. Here's a wild line. You might not like this line. And again, you can chuck it in the fuck it bucket. But to me, this is it took me really until a couple months ago. Let's just be super honest about this. It took me until a couple months ago to be able to embody this line, to fucking get it, right? To get it and to live it. Love more, care less. Love more, care less. Isn't that great? Like, I love so much. I love more than I've ever fucking loved, right? I love you all more. I love my team more. I love rewilding more. I love what we do in the world more. I love me more. I love everything more. But I care less. I care less about what it needs to look like, right? I care less about what the outcome has to be of the loving. Right? I care less about that. Like, less and less attachments, but it's not in a disembodied way. It's less attachments, you know, like that old line of like, give less fucks. I give less fucks. But oftentimes we think that's really disembodied, and mostly it is. You know, I give less, I don't care. You're disembodied, your heart is not engaged. But imagine this, your heart fully fucking engaged in a way you've never even felt it fully engaged. Fully loving, fully engaged, and you're fully present. You're fully present and your heart is fully open. So the two things are flowing now. You have life force flowing, love, life force flowing, and consciousness flowing. Consciousness flowing, life force, those are the two keys. Those are two keys. That's divine masculine consciousness, divine feminine life force, right? You got the two keys, like the two sacred union of the two. That's magical in itself, right? So you've got the two keys flowing. They're flowing. And there's not a lot that rattles you. So a lot of times we let the two keys flow if when certain circumstances. I will love you when you're being a good man. I will stay present to this when it's not making me cry. Right? And that's just all of life. It's all of life, right? All of life. I'm going to numb out. I lose my consciousness. I'm going to numb out. Let me feel for a different word. I'm going to shut down my energy. I'm going to shut down my life force because I don't like how life is presenting itself right now. Oh, isn't this crazy? Isn't this crazy? So that's Year of the Snake, right? That's her. That's her. If we were to feel in her, right? Her primordial feminine, her ancient primordial feminine. She is all of life, all forms of life, all aspects of life. She is the spring, the summer, the autumn, the winter of life. She is the birth of life and the death of life. And she goes, all of it is my children. I love all of it. I pour my life force into all of it and I bring my consciousness to all of it. There is nothing that I cannot love. There is nothing that I cannot stay present to. There is nothing, this is the big one, there is nothing that I cannot co-create with. Nothing. So the Wi-Fi goes out, I can still co-create with it. I can still totally dance with it. I can still be totally present, heart completely fucking open. I'm not having a meltdown, shutting down, freaking out. All of it. Can you imagine lifing from that place? That's what's on offer, right? That's what's on offer. All right, let's do this big, beautiful activation. I'm gonna stand for this one. All right, I'm gonna need to see some comments on the live. Are we okay to do this in the edgy way? Now I could tone this down so that it's not like edgy, or we could just fucking go for it. You tell me what you guys want. Edgy, just write edgy. If edgy is like good for you, you're like, oh, fuck, what else am I gonna do with this one wild, precious life? Like we said, forbidden mysteries, right? Edgy, fly, give it to us, go. Edgy, all the way. All right, amazing. If any of this does not resonate with you, you have, chuck it in the fucking bucket or tone it down, do it in the way that most serves you. Here's what I wanna do to set us up. Your body is a temple space. Your body's a temple space. That includes your anus. Your anus is a temple space. I know. I know. You're like, dude, Sabrina, I shit out of that. I'm like, I don't know, temple space or not. And some of you are like, oh, I know the anal mysteries like it's nobody's business. Confession? Who's got confession on that one? No, okay. So here we go. Your whole body is a temple space. We do not get to judge what parts of our bodies for this practice are sacred and are not sacred. Your whole body contains different wisdoms and different capacities. Whole body contains different wisdoms and different capacities, including your fingertips, including your feet, including your anus. I'm just gonna keep pointing to anus for a second, just because it's just fun. We're just warming up. We're warming up. All right. What if ancient primordial feminine wanted to enter your body somewhere I don't want to do a root chakra, keep it safe to the energy centers. I want to make it, and y'all said we got to be edgy, I want to make it so embodied that primordial feminine in her serpent form wants to enter your body somewhere. It could be your ear. It could be your mouth. It could be some other territory lower. For those of you who are feeling wild, I would go to some area of your body, lower nether regions. I would, wherever you're called. You ready? You want to know why this is so powerful? Because she goes, all of life is sacred. Fuck you and your little opinions that your ass is not a sacred place for me to enter. Fuck you that your penis is not a sacred place for me to enter. Your yoni is not a sacred place to enter. You're already denying my mysteries. You're already denying life. You're denying parts of yourself that hold mysteries and a lot of wisdom already in the fact that you will not let me, in my highest good, as primordial feminine, life-giving elixir who birthed you, you will not let me into those territories. You'll go root chakra. Oh, okay, let me do the chakras. That's fine. We got to have a little bit of humor with us, right? Okay. You do it how you want to. I honor going chakras. I honor going mouth, ears, nose. I honor. It's got to be true for you. It's got to be true for you. If there's anything that I can share with you about going into these journeys, it's your journey, right? This is about you. This is your connection. It's your journey. Own it, right? Own it. Whatever's true for you. That's the greatest thing that you can do for yourself. Don't push to do something that's not true. Ever, right? So whatever's true for you. All right, let's do this. I don't want to give any more. I was just about to give us some warm-up, some preparation for this. We've been talking for over an hour now. I think we're good. Here's the one thing that I will do to prepare us a little bit is hold such sacredness around yourself, right? This is sacred. Hold yourself in the highest regard, divine regard, right? Graced by the angels, and you just feel the sacredness around you. It rises up from beneath you, descends down upon you, rises from behind you, and it creates this very safe, sacred place, and you are surrounded in that. You are held in that, and it hold your highest good, always. Highest good, always. So that gives you the freedom to just let go and trust. Just let go and trust where primordial feminine in her serpent form wants to move and dance and flow and enter you. So from that safe, held, sacred space, taking a deep breath, exhaling down beneath your feet, taking your awareness down into where primordial feminine resides, journeying down, as deep as you need to go to tap into ancient primordial feminine's lair. And just rest there for a moment. Just rest there. Some people will never even do this. So from this place of feeling that safe, sacred space around you, held, and sacredness, my highest good, What is this journey with primordial feminine? What is this journey with the ancient mysteries? What is this journey? What is this journey? Maybe your journey stops here and you just rest. You just rest here with primordial feminine. You just rest here. Maybe your whole journey today was to just open that connection, and that's perfect. Trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it. But if it feels right, seeing if you can breathe, relax. I definitely have to stand for this. You don't have to stand for this, but it just helps me to move energy. Breathe, relax, open my body. I relax my hips, I relax my buttocks, I relax my yoni, I relax my anus, I relax my belly, I relax my chest, my throat, my shoulders, my arms, my head. I relax the whole of my body, my legs, my feet. I relax, I open, I relax, I open, I relax, I open, I relax, I open in my safe, sacred space. I'm relaxed, open, and I can receive. Now drop down into her layer. Now drop down deep, 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 deep. And you see her, sense her in her serpent form. You see her, sense her in her serpent form. This is ancient, primordial feminine. This is all the gifts and the mysteries that she holds, all the wisdom she has about life itself. And then invite, open, if it feels right for you, invite her to rise, to rise, to rise, to rise with the grace, the love, that ease. Breath helps, movement helps, softening helps, opening helps, sound can help, touch can help, visualization can help. Invite her to rise, and then invite her to enter you where and how she, in her wisdom, her divine wisdom, her infinite intelligence, her life-giving gnosis, knowledge, where she wants to enter you. Maybe it's in multiple entry points simultaneously. Maybe it's something you wildly didn't expect. How does she move maybe around you? How does she move into you? Opening up to that safe, 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 safe. If any of this you get a little nervous, you just go, my highest good, and my highest good. Is this in my highest good? If she's entering my yoni, is this in my highest good? Yes, okay. And there she is. Okay, now what? Oh, and she's entering my anus. Okay. Yep, okay, how do I move? Breathe out to make this easy. Wow, there's some definite log jam clogs, something, wow, okay, moving through that, amazing. Breathing, sounding, moving, visualizing, inviting her in, inviting her in, inviting her in. How can you make space? How can you make space? How can you make space? How can you make space for her to move through maybe your bowels, maybe your sexual organs, maybe your ears, maybe your mouth, maybe your throat, maybe your heart, maybe your lungs, maybe your belly? How can you invite her to move? One of my friends, every time she journeys with primordial feminine, it's in multiple snakes, like multiple, like it's like the great mother snake has birthed babies, like hundreds of little babies, and they just move and they weave and they eat away the old, they clear away the old, they gift, they awaken the new, they stir the wisdom. They stir the wisdom in the base of your being, maybe. They stir the wisdom. They awaken the wisdom in your heart, maybe. They clear your throat so you can speak your truth and find your voice, maybe. They clear your mind so you can finally get away from the narcissist that you've been with forever because you couldn't see straight. Maybe she moves up your spine, giving you a backbone to stand in your truth. Maybe she clears out the marrow of your bones, releasing ancestral karma that no longer serves your path. What's one last thing she wants to do? What's one last thing that wants to happen? Y'all, this moment in time will never come again. We don't get to build Shakti containers like this. We don't get to have this time. We have just spent 76 minutes activating this energy, moving through this energy. Y'all had to make it through a fucking break, an emergency overheating phone break. Like, we've put some effort into this. Don't let this moment go by. Don't let this moment go by. Deepening in, feeling her rising, feeling her rising, feeling her rising. Letting go, no attachment. That conversation we were having before. No attachment, no expectation. Let it go. You do not know how this looks. Maybe your Wi-Fi needs to go off in your body at the moment. We don't know. Let it go. I don't know. But I trust life. I don't know, but I trust life. I don't know, but I can come into a rhythm with life, but I can co-create life. I don't need to know. I'm going to let go of my need to know. This is a great practice for this. And just open up and let her do it. This is life's wisdom doing it. This is life's wisdom. This is life's wisdom healing, awakening you, moving whatever is meant to be moved in you, awoken in you, healed in you, shifted. Now, did you hear I said healed and some of you clinged on to it? I could feel it, right? There are certain things we cling on to and we're like, oh yes, please heal my back pain. Oh yes, please heal. Bad, but normal. Right? We all do it. I do it. You do it. We all do it. Very normal. There are things that our egos want. There are things that our little selves want. And she goes, sorry, that is the greatest thing that can be going on for you right now. You can't see it. I can. I will not heal that, but I will do this. So it's being so open to an intelligence that is beyond what most of us can comprehend. Now you keep doing this work and you start to be able to tune more and more into that intelligence that you can comprehend, because that's more and more of universal intelligence. So you see. But until then, get out of the way. It's something I have to say to myself all the time. Sabrina, get out of the way. Sabrina, little Sabrina, get out of the way. Get out the way. Just let it happen. This whole conversation here, I had no idea what was coming. Not a single clue. Not one clue. Any part of this, what was coming. I knew that at the first start of this, I needed to say, here we go. You're the snake activation. Because that was in the title. That's all I knew. But it's a let go. A let go. A let go. Let go. Turn it over to something greater. Turn it over to something greater. That's what opens us up to the miracles happening. Because we're not limiting it anymore. My little ego self isn't limiting what a cosmic truth could be, what a cosmic awakening could be, what a cosmic healing could be, right? And so just this moment, a little practice, just see if you can get your little self, right? I like calling my ego my little self. It's more lovable, you know? Like, we gotta have these things. We gotta have these personalities and we gotta have them, right? They're important, but they can become, right? They can become like that which serves the wisdom, that which serves my soul. Let my soul be in the driver's seat. You know, let my soul be driving the train. Let my little self be doing the things to support that. So this moment, just little self out of the way, let go a little more, and then feel. What is primordial feminine? What does she want to show you? Or tell you? Or move in you? The one last thing. Maybe it's an insight. Maybe she wants to give you something. Maybe she wants to show you. I'll leave you here in silence for 30 seconds. Ooh, Maria, to love it all. That sounds like primordial feminine to me. To love it all. Here's how this shows up in our life. I want to make this so tangible. I love making it so tangible that we can sink our teeth into it. I'm going to go off of those words that Maria shared, to love it all. To love it all. What happens in our... It's not that I agree with things out in the world. It's not that I agree with, let's just say, toxic masculine actions, right? It's not that I agree with that. It's not at all, it's not that I support that. So please don't let that be confusing. Please don't let that be confusing. But it's that I don't numb out to it and I don't close off to it, right? I still operate in the highest good, and sometimes that highest good is taking a sword to it. Sometimes that highest good is speaking out against it, but it's still coming from a place of I'm totally present, my heart is fully open, and this is the greatest thing that love can do in this moment. And the greatest thing that love can do sometimes is to wield a sword, Kali sword, the sword of the dark goddess, the sword of truth, right? Sometimes that's the greatest thing that we can do. But it's still, I'm totally present to it. Because I can love it all, I can stay present to it, and my heart can stay open, and I'm not moving from a wounded little girl anymore, right? I'm not moving from resentment and closed down. I'm not moving from my toxic feminine anymore. Do you see what that is? Now imagine that in your relationship, your love life, your career, with your children, making decisions for yourself, with your health. There's no place this doesn't touch. There's no place this doesn't touch. Oh my gosh, we're getting close to time. Let me feel. I just want to breathe together for a minute. Like, I want to breathe together, and I want to pour a ton of gratitude on my team. A ton of gratitude for what they hold and what they do. And they make this happen both in the unseen realms, the energetic realms of what they hold, and in the seen realms. I gotta say this, have you ever seen that like speech on social media and Instagram? I want to thank me. Have you ever seen that one? I want to thank me. I want to thank me for learning how to get the fuck out of the way. So that I can live like such a joyful, aligned, purposeful, passionate way, and I can be here with you, right? Like, y'all, I was a scientist. Microbiology and chemistry major. I went into corporate. I was actually pre-med. I was going to be a doctor, and then every doctor told me, don't do that. That's a really bad idea. So then I went into corporate, climbing the corporate ladder. What the fuck happened? Archetypal activations happened. A lot of initiations and a lot of awakening. I didn't even believe in this stuff before it started happening, before I started moving into archetypal initiations. What we did today, this little touch into primordial feminine at the end, that's an archetypal activation. That's a sacred energy kind of activation and self-initiation in self. Some of you are journeying into 36 of them with me. Some of you are thinking, oh my God, 36 of these things? Are you crazy? Yes. Yes. So is 2025. So crazy, so transformative, so big. When I feel into 2025 for myself in this year of the snake, it is rapid, radical, wild transformation that I can't even fathom. It is new sacred technologies, like I was sharing, the way that I facilitate my core of my core of my core is shifting and changing. The one thing that I feel is going to support me personally the most is Mystery School. Is these 36 archetypes? Is this Mystery School container? Is this cauldron? It is. It is. I'm talking about this so much because I want to journey with you. I want to hold that space for anybody who feels like that might serve. And it's not going to be for everybody. It's not, right? 95% of everybody here on this live or in the rewilding community, it's not going to be for them. But for a few of us, it will be for us. And I'd love to share it with you all. All right, let me feel. Before I share a little bit more on Year of the Snake, because I do want to give us something. I want to like close on some like reflective questions, give us something that we can sink our teeth into and then like rocket launch ourselves out of here into 2025. Let me just feel for a second. There are other free workshops going on right now. Some of you have seen like some of these episodes that we've been talking about. There's also a 3 archetypal activation, Dhumavati, Bhuvaneshwari, and Persephone. So if you're like, Sabrina, Mr. School's not for me. Dude, I'm not doing 36 archetypal activations. That sounds like the craziest 2025. Like, I don't need that stuff. Go do those 3. Especially go and feel into Dhumavati to smoke everything out of you. And then Bhuvaneshwari to kind of kickstart into the new. And Persephone is an initiator. I love these activations. They're free. We'll put a link below. I'm also sending an email out with every resource we have right now for Year of the Snake. There's 4 other resources that we've got going on around the traps besides this live. They're all free. They're all free. So if you are up for those 4 other resources or you just want them laid out easily, email, we can send you a link. We're going to send that email out a couple hours after this live, but don't worry. We'll, if you're watching a replay, we'll send another email out in a bit with other resources. There's a couple, we'll kind of see what happens between now and when Year of the Snake happens, which is the 29th, that shift there. So I very much encourage you to do that, both that free workshop and to get those other 4 supports, 3 or 4 supports that we'll send out of just supporting your journey. For those of you who know Mystery School's for you, I know some of you have been watching us do this Mystery School. For the last year, we started opening to this archetypal IX Mystery School. It's the 36 archetypal initiations. This is the last intake. So just to be super transparent about that, this is the last intake for this Mystery School. This will not be run again. That's just what's happening. So if you were like a person who was like, I'll do it the next go around, this is the last go around. If you know you're in for Mystery School and you want to do something to really mark it and say, I'm in, join today. We are putting everybody's name into a drawing for free tickets, 2 free tickets to a weekend live in-person event. Pretty good, huh? All right, this is a lot of chit chat. Let me get into some of the good stuff so I can rocket launch us out of here. All right. If you're standing, feel your feet on the floor. If you're sitting, feel your bum on the floor. And just drop in, anchor in. We're going to do a quick little tree of life. I love this one. This one came through in quite a few of the archetypal, actually maybe two of the archetypal activations in Mystery School. Feeling deep roots, 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 deep roots. Okay, who am I losing here? Whose consciousness has slipped away and got a little distracted? I think something cool can happen here. And I really want to gift us something else to just really send us out into 2025. So if you're up for it, let's do this thing. All right. Visualizing, breathing, those deep roots, going deeper and 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 deeper. Kind of all the way down into the mysteries of the feminine, maybe all the way down into primordial feminine territory, but wider than that, bigger than that, wider than that, bigger than that. These deep roots going all the way down into all of the hidden mysteries, all, not just the hidden mysteries that primordial feminine typically represents, all of the hidden mysteries, all of them, kind of infinite, is infinite. But letting your roots, you as tree of life, deep roots, all the way down, widening, vast, wide, big, beautiful, just feeling all this untapped potential, these unlimited mysteries. And the mysteries, to me, it's the wisdoms, it's the gifts, it's the wisdoms and the gifts, all of them, far and wide, far and wide, far and wide, far and wide. You're the tree of life. There's no place that your roots can't go. And then this 0 point again, this 0 point, this moment in time in my highest good, this 0 point, this moment in time in my highest good. Breathing up the wisdom that's meant to come. Breathing up the mysteries that are meant for you. Breathing up the wisdom and the mysteries that the tree of life root can herald in. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here. Trust what you feel to do after this journey. If it's journal, if it's meditate, if it's watch this again, it will be up for a couple days. If it's join mystery school, if it's deepen into some of those resources, sign up for the newsletter. Just trust what you're called to do. And I wish you all the greatest 2025, like the greatest 2020. Can we just blow up the box? Can we just blow up the box? Can we blow up the box with love? Like with love and a little bit of feminine mysteries in there, you know, because I can't like not weave the feminine mysteries in that. Like, can we just blow things up with love? All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Huge gratitude.